What is up, everybody? This is Famous, and welcome to another episode of Pokemon Go. I am very excited to be able to bring you this video because I, as a level 30 player, was able to defeat a Machamp raid boss solo. And to be able to do that, I actually needed another Espeon. So I'm going to go ahead and show you a little trick if you don't know this. If you put an Eevee as your buddy and then you walk 10 kilometers, all you have to do is evolve it once you've done that and make sure that it is still your buddy while you do it. And then if you do it during the daytime, you'll get an Espeon, and the nighttime is going to be an Umbreon. I don't think Umbreon is a very good option, so I'm going to go ahead and go with an Espeon. So let's go ahead and look up Eevee, and then you will see the buddy symbol, so make sure that it is in fact there, so that when we evolve it, we are going to get an Espeon. So we're going to go ahead and click on it, and then just simply press evolve, and you're going to see that you can get an Espeon. So this is beyond the naming trick. If you've already done the naming trick, I would highly recommend you to do this. We definitely needed it to be able to pull this off because I only had 2 Espeons and 1 Alakazam, so this was absolutely crucial for us to be able to add another good Pokemon to the top 6. So there we go. There's Espeon, ready to go. Actually has a really good moveset as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at the setup, and I'm going to go ahead and talk to you about why I did this. So in an ideal setting, Alakazam is going to be the #1 Pokemon that you want to have on your team. Espeon is going to be number 2, and then you could potentially bring up the rear with an Exeggutor, but when people made it originally, they did not have Lugia included in this since it is in fact a legendary raid boss that was added a little bit later in the game, as we know. So what I decided to do, and I took about 4 tries to be able to do this, and I'm just going to go ahead and show you the one where I actually was able to do it because it is absolutely incredible. So here is what I did. I name all of my Pokemon by their moves, so I know exactly what moves they have. And something very important with Lugia was that I had one with the double Psychic move, and then I had one with a Psychic and then a Flying move on the back end. The reason why I put the Flying move, Lugia, at the bottom is because the Charge move is half a bar versus a full bar, so that means it is much quicker. So if I got down into the last second, I think that this bottom Lugia is going to be a lot quicker and be able to get off those charge moves faster because it is most likely going to come down to the absolute last second. So the worst moveset that we want to battle against Machamp is going to be Counter and then Dynamic Punch. Just because Dynamic Punch charges a lot quicker, you're going to end up running into where Machamp does that double hit, which is absolutely devastating because Espeon, Alakazam, all of these are going to only be able to take 2 dynamic punches, and then they are completely out. Honestly, I would say that Alakazam was the least effective for me in all of this just because it felt like a glass cannon. I could get off a lot of damage, but it was so weak defensively, I just was only able to basically get 1 charge every single time I did it. So the basic point in this is that Lugia is going to act kind of as an anchor. So what I tried to do was go ahead and get some damage done with the type effectiveness with easily the 2 best Pokemon I could use. And then I tried to just get some volume done with Lugia. And then once we got down to the final Lugia, I was okay if these guys get knocked out because I know Lugia is going to be able to make it a long time period, and then because of the flying type move only being half a bar, I knew it was going to be quick, and that was exactly what we are going to need to be able to get this done. So let's go ahead and get into the battle. Now remember, this is going to be Dynamic Punch, and when you are battling Machamp, when they use Dynamic Punch, they love to just go back to back. So when you see the first one, you know the second one is going to come. So the reason why I put out my weakest Espeon first in this case is because of the charge moves. I wanted to get off as absolutely many as I could with Psybeam because I knew that the Dynamic Punch was going to take me out. And then the goal in this case is to get hit with the second one because that means that my second Pokemon is not going to get hit with a Dynamic Punch since Machamp went back to back. And see, it already did another one. Most of the time, it loves to do it double. And in this case, it did it a lot earlier than what it normally does. There is the second move. So as you can see, this is absolutely a problem when you are battling Machamp when it has this dynamic punch, because it is just so fast. But look at the little amount of damage that it is able to do to Lugia. So this is why I have Lugia in here at the halfway point. It isn't fast, though. That's why you don't want Lugia to be, your last two Pokemon, because they're so slow, you just don't get in a lot of attacks. And I would say that a good method that you can use is to make sure that regardless of what it looks like on your charge attack, like for instance with this right now, see how it is a full bar? You know how sometimes when it is a full bar, you'll press it, you'll do your hold, and then what ends up happening is the bar just ends up staying here. So you try to do a hold again, but in reality, it's actually reset. So what I did was I did not trust this visual. I trusted the touch, regardless of what the visuals were going to say, because I knew that I did get the actual charge move off just because time was absolutely so critical when I was doing this. So in that moment, you see how it gained it back? When it gained it back, I didn't try to charge again because I knew I had already done it. So we were approaching the 90-second mark and we were down in the yellow. So that means we were perfectly on pace. And I'm feeling comfortable with this because I know I still have two really strong Espeons right behind this Lugia, and I've got the Lugia with Sky Attack, which is going to get off very quickly. So basically, in this case, I'm trying to get down as much as I can. I'm going to go ahead and take some hits because time is going to be of the essence. I knew that I could only take 2 hits on that, so I got off the charge move as quickly as I could. Went ahead and moved on to the 5th Pokemon in my list, which was in fact Espeon. And like I said, I want to go ahead and get off as many moves as I possibly can and get to Lugia as quick as possible. So there it is. We are down to the final Pokemon with 43 seconds to go. And look at this. So I do the charge move. And notice it's going to keep doubling it up like I haven't used it. I know I have already used my charge move. You have to trust your instincts. Don't look at the visuals because it glitches over and over and over again. And it easily will throw off a lot of people. But because of that, because I did not trust this visual glitch going on, I was able to do some work, finally able to do this. I am so happy to be able to say that as a level 30 player, I was able to solo Machamp. Oh, so exciting. And not only that, the reason why I'm very excited about it is because I am completely confident in my ability to go out and do it again. And the reason why that's so important to me is I often raid by myself. Machamp is one of my favorite Pokemon, and it's such a good Pokemon. I want to have as many Machamps as I possibly can so that I can get the strongest ones and I can develop a full team. So let's go ahead and get into the catching. I personally always use a Golden Raspberry. I hold it, I let it go, and then as soon as it taunts, I do my throw. This is 100% going to be the best method that you can use to hit the Pokemon 100% of the time. Once you get the timing down, you can knock this out and you can hit it consistently. So like I said, Golden Raspberry. Machamp loves to do some jumping jacks. Don't throw it when he's jumping. He'll jump right over the ball. So I missed the mid taunt there because I didn't size down the circle. So I didn't throw it. And then I just was patient. That's all you have to do. You can hit a great throw every single time that you do this. And that's exactly what I tried to do on every single time. The first one, I got a little greedy, tried to go for an excellent, didn't hit it. So like I said, I really should be going for a great every time because I know I can 100% hit it. So I went ahead and let the circle go down a little bit, and then I just simply have to wait for a taunt. So there is the taunt. Now we are ready to throw. Look at how easy and relaxed that was. Even though it was ready to do the taunt again, back to back, we were good to go because we were being patient. We waited, and we were able to catch ourselves a Machamp. So not only were we able to beat it solo, we were able to actually catch it. So let's go ahead and take a look at the appraisal. So it is a wonder, and then it has HP, attack, no defense though, and then it says that it was impressed, but it ended up being a 90 IV Pokemon, so I am very excited about this. And then it also has a decent moveset as well. I do know that a lot of people want Dynamic Punch at the bottom. Honestly, as long as it has the fighting type moves, I'm good with it either way. I will probably change it later on once I get some more charge TMs. But anyways, I hope you did enjoy this video. I hope that you found it helpful. I hope that I have helped give you some confidence to go out there and solo yourself a Machamp.